everyone, this is Heath.
I'm Rob.
And welcome to Fanboy Forum.
Hey Heath, what is Fanboy Forum?
It's funny you should ask that, Rob. Fanboy Forum is a place where we talk about movies and comics.
Cartoons and toys.
You know, stuff that guys like us, and occasionally gals.
Real occasional.
Well, stuff that guys and gals like us are into. So, welcome to the premiere episode of Fanboy Forum. What are we going to be talking about today? Today we're going to be talking about Clerks. We're going to be talking about some cool cartoons coming out, and also some DVDs that will be out and going to be coming out pretty soon. So without any further ado, let's get started.
First up, we're going to be talking about Clerks 2. Clerks 2 just opened up last night. We both went.
Yes, we did.
A big group of people, about 12 guys.
And I got to admit, I have never in my life seen a Kevin Smith movie. This was my first Kevin Smith movie. I know the fanboy lore, but I've never seen his movies.
I tried to warn him. So anyways, let's talk about the movie. It's a tall order. It's Clerks 2. Can Kevin do it? It's been a while since he's revisited these particular characters. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if he was going to do it. A couple of other guys that we went with said, can he pull this off? We thinking, can he really go back? This is a long time ago when they filmed Clerks. I have to say, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know. It's a stretch, okay? It's a stretch. But, it was great. He was able to take, Randall and Dante, these poor slacker goofballs, but he made us care about these guys.
He did make you care about it, which I'll give you credit for that. The thing that, and this is a spoiler warning a little bit here, the thing that I thought that went over the line, and I think even
let me guess, did it involve a donkey?
Yes, it involved a donkey. But the thing about
you guys know this already.
Okay, but the thing about it is, now here's the funny part. Now, the reason why I say that I thought it went too far, and if you don't agree with me on this, I'm going to know you're lying out your butt. Okay, I know it because it went on too long. You got the point. Like you have always said, you get the joke. You didn't need to see the guy humping the donkey.
What's interesting about that though is that was a little uncomfortable. I was with my girlfriend. I was with my son.
And your son, your 13-year-old son.
Nothing really shocks me, so I wasn't appalled or anything like that. I know what I'm getting into. But even for me, I wasn't offended. It wasn't that funny. But what it did do was it took the silly, goofy, fart jokes, gay jokes movie, and it interjected a scene where, we're talking about marriage proposals and marriages breaking up or whatever, and in the background a guy's doing a donkey.
Yeah, but
what other filmmaker can do that?
But think about the average fan like me who's going to go see it because you see her in one of the funniest movies of the year, Kevin Smith and all the other kind of stuff. They're going to go see that, and that's what kills me is that he's a great writer. He didn't need to, because you got the joke. All you would have had to see was the guy dancing around the donkey, and then the reaction, and then you could have had the girls come in, because then you would have gotten the joke, and it still would have had the same impact without just being vulgar. And that's what it was. Well, it bordered on vulgar.
Well, you're right. But what I loved about him, he was able to take it back to these two core characters, and it was their story. And overall, it was a story of friendship. A lot of people are not going to get that because they want the dirty stuff and the goofy stuff and whatever. But the underlying theme of the whole thing was it was friends for life, and I loved that part of it.
And that was great. So there you have it. There's our take on Clerks 2. Other than the donkey scene, if you have small children like Rob, please don't take them to go see this movie.
That's right. That would probably be a mistake. And let me close with one thing. I just want to say, we made this comment when we left the movie. How many movies have you been to lately that got the continuous reaction from the crowd that Clerks 2 had?
Oh, no, it was good.
The crowd was clapping, laughing throughout the entire movie. That says a lot.
But I will say this, though. It was definitely a Kevin Smith crowd. You didn't see a lot of guys like me that was there for the first time in a Hawaiian shirt, rocking in tubs.
Yeah, not a lot of Kevin Smith versions, that's for sure.
All right.
So I liked the movie. We
did like the movie, although it was a little rough at points. But enough of that. The next thing we're going to be talking about is one of Rob's favorite subjects, cartoons.
Cartoons. I love cartoons. There's some great ones coming out. I'm just going to cover 3 for you. First off, we're going to talk about Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, you're going to talk about. Is it related to the movie by any chance?
The movie, we all agree, with the exception of a few people that we know, who shall remain nameless, the movie sucked. But the cartoon looks really good.
Yeah, the cartoon does look good. I've seen some of the stills and some of the stuff.
It does. We've seen the stills. I've seen some of the toys. The toys look great. Yeah, it's on Cartoon Network. It's coming in the fall of '06. And I think it has a lot of potential.
And also another thing that's coming out, to interrupt, but is also Legion is going to be coming out pretty soon too. With the Justice League, which should be great. I know you would have covered that, Marvel guy.
Yeah, DC. DC.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, moving on to one of my favorite groups in the whole. I love the Ninja Turtles. We're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He does love the Turtles.
I love the Turtles. I always have. The new cartoon, it's called Fast Forward. It starts actually this coming Saturday, the 29th. It's on Kids TV. That's the WB. It's set in the future. It's almost kind of a sequel to the show that's already going on right now.
Set in the future? I didn't realize
It's set in the future. I don't really know the whole story, but it's Turtles. I'm going to watch it. It looks cool. And there's cool new toys. You know, I'm an easy sell.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, next up we're talking about Calling All Spider Rider.
What the hell are you doing? Singing?
I'm sorry, buddy.
Singing?
I'm sorry, buddy. Spider Riders. Once you hear that theme song once, you will be singing it for the rest of the day. My girlfriend wanted to kill me. It features a kid. He's 11 years old. His name is Hunter Steele. I mean, you don't get any cooler names than that. Hunter Steele. He's 11 years old. He finds out that he was a descendant of this long-lost group. They called the Spider Riders, and they were kind of assembled to, kind of provide, watch over this planet that has these bug guys. I don't know. It's not the best animation. It's not the best story, whatever. It is a guilty pleasure, but it's kids riding around giant robotic spiders. The spiders talk. There's princesses and the whole.
So partial of giant robots.
Giant robots,
Yeah. Blood for Transformers. Blood for Transformers.
I'm a sucker for giant robots, so that's Spider Riders. Check that one out. And that's it for cartoons.
All right. Last thing we'll be talking about is some DVD releases that are going to be coming up or to be out by the time you see this episode. The first thing is one of my very favorites of all times. I absolutely love this cartoon, the Animaniacs.
Love
I just Wacko, Yakko, and Dot. It was just, as an adult, I sat there and remember coming home and watching these cartoons. They were just so funny. I mean,
they're smart.
It was great. It was smart and it was funny, and it was at the same time, which is another one, which is excuse me here, that they're going to be coming out July 25th. Sorry about that, July 25th. Also at the same time coming out July 25th is another one of my all-time favorites. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other insane. The laboratory mice, the brains have been spliced. The Pinky and the Brain. Oh, come on. Who hasn't sung that song 1,000 times when it came on?
It's a great show.
It's a great show. I love it. I cannot wait for it. They've been showing the AOL and TV things. Been showing some stuff. I am so glad this is going to be on DVD. Animaniacs and the Pinky and the Brain are going to be some of my must-buys right off the bat. I cannot wait to do it.
That's the easy one.
Now, one's coming up a little bit later on, August 29th, which I'm surprised. I'm glad it's finally coming out, but there's a little bit of controversy with this. The Tick Spoon. I absolutely love the Tick cartoon. It was the most bizarre, weird comic book that I've ever seen in my life, but it was just. It was brilliant. The toys were fantastic.
Bandai did a
great job with those toys. Now here's the controversy part. This is only going to be showing 12 episodes of the 13 episodes from the first season. Evidently, episode number 11 is being left out because of creative differences. Now there's a bunch of stuff.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Well, everybody, and it's so funny because everybody goes, it's widely acknowledged that the 11th episode was the weakest of the bunch. It was the Tick. They're all cool, so who cares? But evidently it featured the Cindy Crawford look-alike, so there's some rumors going around because they didn't have the rights to do the look-alike that they couldn't air, which doesn't really make sense to me because why they aired it the first time in the first place. So I don't know, but regardless, it's still going to be a great buy because it's going to be the Tick, so make sure you get it out. And lastly, in a move that's sure to piss off Alan Moore come August 1st, V for Vendetta is going to be released on DVD. It's going to be a 2-disc special edition. Check it out. It should be fun. It's going to be loaded with special features. Maybe you get to see Natalie Portman with her head shaved.
Yeah, she's cute any way you put it, The hair, no hair.
She was one of the few women that I could actually pull off being bald.
She's a beautiful baldy.
Well, that's all we have time for the show today. I hope we enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in each and every week for a new episode of Fanboy Forum, plus a few surprises. We're going to be up at Wizard World Chicago. We're going to be up there in full force with Camero, Mike, the whole 9 yards. We're going to be there talking to people, recording stuff, having some fun, doing interviews. It is going to be a blast. So please be sure to check us out. If you're there, come say, hey, you're Fanboy Forum. We'd love to see it. Appreciate it. Again, this is Heath.
I'm Rob.
And thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Spider Riders!
Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain.